Just a minute. Can I call you Imran?
That will be so manly.
Okay,
And as a
okay. So,
daughter's name.
okay, okay. Okay, then I'll call you Halima. That's fine?
Fine.
Yeah, okay. Halima, that's fine. I'll take 1 or 2 class to remember your name because it took, few classes for me to learn my names of previous batch as well. So yeah. Okay, Halima, let's just start. See, this is your very first class. So my first rule is I'll explain you the syllabus. Okay, what you are going to study in the whole entire syllabus, and what you will, because in both exam it won't be like this. Whether you have studied 1 chapter or 2 chapter, you will get each and every chapter, right? So no matter from where you are starting, no matter the students who have started from day one, no matter if you are starting from today, the what matters is your efforts, what matters is your results. Okay, because in end what matters is your results. Nobody will ask you from day one you studied or not, from day two you started 2 months later. It doesn't matter. What matters is how consistent. If you are starting from today, make sure that you are keeping the same speed and you are keeping the same consistency till end. Okay, because success is not going to be overnight. It doesn't matter I am teaching you or some other is teaching you. If you are following the tips of teachers, if you are doing the things on time, if you are attending the classes, you are revising the things and well, you are completing your assignment, I hope nobody can stop you from scoring good, right? So I hope these things are clear to you. Let's just start with the introduction part. See, basically you have 2 books. One is macroeconomics and second one is Indian economic development, right? So in our macroeconomics, basically we have different units. First unit is national income and related aggregates. Second unit is money and banking. Third unit is determination of income and employment. Fourth one is government budget and economy. And the fifth one is BOP, which is balance of payment. So basically these are the units which will be covered in macroeconomics, right? Now moving to our second book, which is Indian economic development. The very first chapter is Development Experience 1947 to 1990 and Economic Reforms since 1991. Okay. Second is Current Challenges Facing Indian Economy. Last one is Development Experience of India, a comparison with neighbors. Like we will be comparing India with the neighbors like China, Pakistan, how their economy is growing, how India's economy is growing. Okay. And the rest part is your project work, which will be allotted to you by your teachers, and you have to complete that and you will get 20 marks. Right? Now, coming how we will study. See, macroeconomics is a mixture where you have to do numerical, you have to do theory part, plus you have to do draw diagrams. Diagrams is not like that. You have to draw a cat, cow, flowers. No. Diagram is basically related to graphs, tables like this. Okay. So if you are good in concepts, if you're good in drawing maps and tables, if you are good in numerical portion, nobody can stop you from scoring well in macroeconomics. And surely I'll make sure that all the 3 concepts of yours and you are well prepared for the macroeconomics, right? And moving to the second book, which is Indian Economic Development, it is all theory based, it is all conceptual based. If your concepts are clear, you can answer any of the question. If your concepts are not clear, you won't be able to write. Because in economics, it's not matter whether you know the story or not. It's not a literature subject, it's economics, where you have to use, maybe you know the story that yes, this happened, that happened, everything. But until and unless you don't use the economic terms, you don't use the sentences should be very economic. It should not sound like the literature part. Okay, because you are not writing an English exam, you are writing the economics exam. So you should be very professional in writing your answers. It doesn't matter whether you are writing for 1 page, 2 page. If you are writing in economics terms, if you are writing the portion in a very brief way and in a very understanding way, you will score well. Other you won't be scoring well, because this is different from literature. It is clear, Helena?
Clear.
Yeah. I don't think that. Don't you feel like it's getting boring? You feeling like boring?
Let's start the class.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Basically, see, Halina. Halima, it's basically about. It's not about the class or something like that. It's basically, see, if you are going for a war, okay, If you are not aware of the weapons which you have to use, it's of no use, right? Same with the class. If you are going to study a subject, the very first thing is that you have to understand the syllabus, what you are going to study, for which you are preparing. If you know what is the syllabus, that is the first step. Okay, so now we will start with our very first concept, which is, just a minute, I'll just share my screen. Is my screen visible? Halima, is
Yes,
my
it's visible.
okay. Okay, so as I told you, we'll start with the very first chapter, which is money and banking. So as you told me that you are done with money and banking in your school, right? So I hope you will answer the questions. Ready for that? Yeah, and no need to stress out like, okay, I asked you for a question and you were unable to answer. No need to stress out. We are here to learn and we will learn together. Okay. So basically, this unit deals with lots of things. So in money chapter, basically we study about the meaning and functions of money, what is supply of money, and basically the components of money. And of course, we study how commercial bank create money, the money creation part. So Halima, just let me know what do you understand by money.
Money is something that we use in our day-to-day life for exchanging goods and services.
Okay, that's great. That's amazing. Yeah. Okay. So basically, what I'll see, you told me this point, medium of exchange, right? That definition was really amazing. But whenever it comes for the economics term, right? As I told you, the language which we are using and the language which we will write in exam, it will be different, right? So see, if someone asks you what is money, you will answer like this. Money is anything which is generally accepted as first, medium of exchange, second, measure of value, third, store of value, and fourth is standard of deferred payment, right? So money is basically all this. Okay, money is anything. Money can be anything is which is generally accepted as first medium of exchange, second measure of value, third store of value, and fourth standard of deferred payment. Now I'll explain you that there is a reason why I have wrote these two in blue points and these two in purple point. Okay, I hope it is clear now. Just read it from the slide loudly and just explain me. Not explain, just whatever I told right now. Money is anything which is generally accepted as medium of exchange, measure of value, store of value, standard of deferred payment. Just repeat it like that.
Money is anything which is generally accepted as number one, medium of exchange, number two, measure of value, number three, store of value, and number four, standard of deferred payment.
Yes, great. So these were the term introduced in your school, Halima?
Yes, yes, maybe
Yeah.
it's in the reader.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, because these are the basic points and no need to worry. I'll not compare. See, this is, you are here and I'll not compare things with your school. Whatever it was taught in your school, that was different. Whatever I will teach you, of course, the topic is going to be same and I will not compare that you have learned this. Maybe I'll ask you questions that do you know this or that. But yeah, these are the two different things. So I'll not compare it because, of course, you are here to learn, right? So, okay. So I hope from next time, if I'll ask you, Halima, what is money? You will just quickly say, money is anything which is generally accepted as medium of exchange, measure of value, store of value, and standard of deferred payment. Okay. So now these 2 points were written in blue point, and these 2 points were written in, this point, purple point. See, there is a reason M and M. Okay, the starting is M and the starting is S and S. Why? Because these are the functions of money. Okay, if someone asks you what are the functions of money, So you will say there are two functions of money. One is primary function and second is secondary function. Primary function, we have medium of exchange and measure of value, and secondary function are store of value and standard of deferred payment. Clear?
Yes, ma'am. Clear.
Okay. Okay. I'll just ask you, Halima, what are the functions of money?
Money has two functions, primary and secondary. In primary functions, there are 2 points, medium of exchange and measure of value, while on the secondary side, it's store of value and standard of deferred payment.
That's amazing. You are a quick learner, Halima. Like, I don't have to invest much. That's amazing. Very good.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So now we will briefly, we will study primary function. Okay. Medium of exchange. I know if you want to purchase anything, goods and services, you have to, you should have the money with you. So what is medium of exchange? This is the most basic function of money, as today all exchanges take place in terms of money, right? If you want to purchase something, if you want to exchange, for example, in place of money, you want chocolates. In place of money, you want AC. In place of money, you want badminton. So if you want to exchange anything, you need money. So this is the most basic function of money. Why? Because today all exchanges take place in terms of money. Money help in buying and selling of goods and services. Halima, can you please tell me before when when money was not introduced, what was the system we used? Like how you used to exchange goods and services? Like your teacher briefed about that?
Yes, it was barter system.
Yeah, that's amazing. Can you just give me one or two points with the help of example? Like, yes, ma'am, what we used to do in the barter system?
In barter system, if I want a thing, then I could go to the market and look for it in exchange of what I have.
Yeah. So it was a good system, or it was a what was the negative points of barter system?
Sometimes you don't get for what you're giving.
Yeah. And that is known as double coincidence, right?
Yes.
Need of double coincidence. For example, I want sugar. Okay. And I am the producer of furniture. But I went to the sugar shop and he told me he don't need furniture. Then it was of like I cannot buy sugar. Why? Because that person don't need furniture. So that was the basic problem, that double coincidence, double want. Maybe whatever I want to sell, maybe nobody want to purchase it. That was the basic problem. But with money, there is no problem like that. If you have money, you can purchase anything, right? It nobody will ask you whether you want sugar, or if you have money, you can buy sugar, you can buy furniture, you can buy books, you can buy chocolate, anything, right? So that is why money is known as medium of exchange. Why? Because this is the basic function of money, and today each and every exchange takes place in terms of money. Earlier, each and every exchange used to take place in terms of goods and services, right? In place of money, there was goods and services. And today, if you want to purchase buy or sell anything, you need money, right? It is clear.
Clear.
Yeah. Next is measure of value, right? Measure of value is basically, see, for example, I went to a shop. Okay, there was a dress. I asked the shopkeeper, what is the value of this product? He told me, ma'am, this is for $2. Okay, and then I went to billing counter. What I did, he told me the price. Okay, then I went to billing counter. What I'll do there, I'll just give them the money, right? If you want to know the value of any product, for example, there was two dresses, right? One was of $2 and one was of $5, right? I told you to buy, according to you, which one is more expensive? Of course, the $5 one, right? How come you know that? Because of the value of the price, like because of the price, right? So, if there was no money, I hope you were not able to measure the value. You won't be able to get both the dresses are same. Both the dresses are made of clothes. Both the dresses are made up of clothes. What's the difference? The only difference is in value, right? And how come we got to know that? In terms of value is in terms of price, and price is always in terms of money. Okay, I'll just explain it. Money measures value of goods and services and help in sale and purchase of goods and services. The value of each goods and services is expressed as its price. I went to shop, I asked what is the value, he told me the price. And the price of all goods and services are expressed in terms of money. Then I went to billing counter. He told me to give money. That ma'am, this is for $5. Please give me $5. Okay, so this is the process that the value of each goods and services is expressed in terms of price, and the price of all goods and services is expressed, yeah, in terms of money. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So if you want to see if these are the functions of money. If there is no money, you won't be able to measure the value. How will you measure that this dress is for 1 kg sugar and that dress is for 2 kg sugar? No, that is not possible, right? But yeah, if you have money, you can easily say this dress is for $2 and that dress is for $5. So of course, that dress is more valuable, right? Clear?
Clear.
Yeah. Okay. Now moving to the secondary function. So basically there were two secondary functions. One is store of value and one is standard of deferred payment. So first we will do store of value. Wealth can be conveniently stored in form of money. For example, you earn $10 in a month. Okay, that is $10 is your salary. Okay, so if you want, for example, today you don't want to, in this month, you don't want to spend your money, right? You have your birthday next month and you want to spend that money in that month. You can store it, right? Your wealth, that salary is your wealth, and you can easily go to bank and you can deposit and you can store, and next month you can withdraw it, right? But when we had barter system, it was not possible for me to store the sugar, right? Because of course there is an expiry date of everything. For example, I am the producer of fruits and vegetables. It's not possible for me, for example, I have my birthday on next to next month. I cannot store the fruits and vegetables till that date. Okay, but with money they can store, right? So wealth can be conveniently stored in form of money. You can easily store your money. Money can be stored without loss in value. For example, you are storing $10 today. After 2 months, the value of $10 will be $10. It won't be like this. For example, you have your mobile phone today, right? After 10 months, when you will go to market and you will sell the mobile phone, the value of your mobile phone will be less. Why? Because that will be the second hand mobile phone, right? But with money, value remains same. There is no loss in value, right? If today the $10 is $10, after 10 months also $10 will be $10. The value will be same, right? And because of money, savings are possible. Savings are secured and can be used whenever there is need. You can do savings with money, and whenever you want, you can use these savings, right? So basically, because of money, it is possible to store our wealth in a convenient way, and money can be stored without any loss. Like there is no loss in storing money. It's not like, for example, you are storing money today and after a few days it will be like loss in the value. No. And because of money, savings are possible, and savings are secure enough that you can save, and whenever you want, whenever there is a need, you can withdraw the money and you can use your savings. Clear?
Clear.
And now coming to the standard of deferred payment. Deferred payment is, what is deferred payment? Deferred payment is refers to the payment made in future. For example, I don't have money right now. I want the mobile phone. I purchased it, but I don't have money right now. So I told the owner that I'll pay this amount later on. Right? Later on means I purchased the mobile phone in AMI, on AMI. You know AMI?
No.
No? Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, Halima, do you know AMI, EMI?
No.
Okay, I'll tell you. EMI is basically, for example, you purchase the mobile phone of $12, right? But right now, it was not possible for you to pay $12 at a time. So you told that I want this mobile phone on AMI. AMI will be, for example, if you want AMI for 12 months, then what you will do, you will pay $1 each month to the shop owner. But if you want AMI for 6 months, then you will pay $2 each month. Okay, so this is the AMI. Okay, if you don't want to pay the amount right now, you can pay in the installation. AMI is basically the installation, and you can pay the amount in future. That is a deferred payment. Payment is, you went to the shop, you want chocolate, you did payment. But for example, you went to a mobile shop and you paid later on. That was a deferred payment. That was not a payment, that was deferred payment. Why? Because you made the payment in future. So that is known as deferred payment. I hope it is clear.
Yes.
Yeah. So because of money, it is possible. Okay, money make possible the credit transaction to happen when payment are not able to be made immediately. When you are not able to make payment immediately or instant payment are not made, then because of money it is possible to pay the amount in future. But for example, when we had barter system, it was not possible for me na to because there was a double coincidence. If you want sugar, you have to give this. So you cannot say na right now I don't have sugar, I'll give you after 2 months. That was not possible. Okay, but with money, it is possible to make deferred payment that right now, if you are not paying instantly, then you can pay in future. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'll just
Ma'am,
give you. Yeah.
ma'am, can you wait a minute? I want to connect to other device because this
Yeah. I'll
device.
just wait. Yeah. I'll
Okay,
just
thank
stop
you,
my
ma'am.
yeah. I'll just stop my screen so that I can see you. I'll just admit it.
Okay, I'll be coming back in a while.
Okay. Heba. Where? This is Heba. Not audible. You're not audible. Yeah, maybe
Hello,
now.
ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yeah. This is Heba.
Yes, ma'am.
Heba, this is your class.
Sir said to join for accounts.
For accounts, what timings?
7 o'clock.
Okay.
Just a minute, I will check.
Yeah, just check it because I was taking class of Halima. So you can just check and you can let me know. I'll coordinate with her. Okay, just let me know. Just check it.
Hello?
Yeah, Halima, you are audible. Just give me 1 minute, okay, Halima? I'm just sharing my
Okay.
screen. If you want to take a note, you can note. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I
There
note
are
already.
that's
Okay,
waiting for
that's very
me. I
good.
don't know. They
Just
have
a
given
minute.
the same link.
Hmm.
They have
Uh,
given the same link.
Same link. Okay, just a minute. Okay, I'll just coordinate with Saurav sir. Halima, just a minute. Okay, just revise it and then you will explain me. Okay, all the functions.
Okay,
Okay.
ma'am.
Heba, you are the only one in account section or others are there?
This is my backup class. Ma'am.
Okay. I'll just ask. Okay. Okay, Halima, let's just done with the reading.
Yes, ma'am, done.
Okay. So explain me the four functions. First, explain me the primary functions of money, and then after that, explain me the secondary functions of money.
Okay. Primary function includes a medium of exchange and measure of value.
Okay.
Medium of yes,
Yeah,
medium
yeah.
of exchange is the yes, medium exchange is the most basic functions. It helps in buying and selling, while measure of value measures value of goods and services. It helps in sale and purchase of goods and services. Value expressed as price and sorry.
In terms of price.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes. In it, value can be expressed as price, and price can be expressed as money.
In terms of, okay. Yeah, that's very good, Halima. Very quick. You are a quick learner, and I'm very impressed. Good. So yeah, coming to secondary functions. Yeah,
Secondary functions include store of value, which can be stored in the form of money without which can be stored in the form of money where it cannot lose its value. Savings are secured and it can be used whenever needed.
very good. Very good.
The
Next.
last the last function is the standard of deferred value, which means that payments could be made in future.
Mhm.
Money makes possible credit transactions to happen when payments are not able to be made immediately or instant payments are not made.
Yeah, that's great. Halima, very impressive. That's great. Keep it up. Right? Amazing. The very first class, and you are amazing. Good. Very impressed. Yeah, if you will do like this, and I hope you will be easily able to cope up. There is no issues in that. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So now moving to money supply. Okay. So money supply refers to the total stock of money in circulation in an economy at a given point of time. These are the 2 points. You can go for only one. Okay. If you think this definition is easier, see, this is the commended part. Money supply is a stock concept. Do you know what is stock and what is stock?
Yes, stock is something that we keep.
Mhm. Yeah, which is measured at a particular point of time. Okay, stock is something which is measured at a particular point of time. For example, you have chocolates. You have stock of chocolate. I'll ask you, like how many chocolates you have. You will go to your refrigerator and you will just count it down and you can let me know. Ma'am, I have 10 chocolates. Right. So basically, I see. If I'll ask you in the whole month of January, how many chocolates do you have? Like you had, so it won't be possible for you to remember, right, how many chocolates you had. But if I'll ask you at a particular point of time, today how many chocolates do you have, you can immediately go to your fridge and you can check, right? So at a particular of time, whenever a value is measured at a particular point of time, that is known as stock. And money supply is a stock concept. Why? Because supplying money, for example, you give your examination fees, your school fees, okay, that is fixed, right? It keeps on for example, I ask you today, what is your school fees? You will say, ma'am, this and this is my school fees. Maybe next month I'll ask you, what is your school fees? The answer will be same, ma'am, this is my school fees. That is a stock concept because it is not changing, right? Stock is basically money supply is stock. Why? Because if you are giving someone money, that is fixed, right? This much of money you have to supply, this much money you have to pay to school, this much money you have to pay as a rent, this much money you have to pay as a bus fees, this much money you have to pay for food, anything. So that is a stock concept. Why? It is not changing, right? So if someone will ask you what is money supply, you will say money supply refers to total stock of money in circulation in an economy at a given point of time. So it is total stock of money. Everyone have money. With them, if I'll ask you how much money do you have, what you will do, you will calculate immediately and you will let me know, ma'am, this much of money I have right now. So it is basically total stock of money in circulation. Why circulation is written over here? For example, you have a maid in your home, right? Your father got the salary, right? And from that salary, he gave $1 to your maid. For your father, it was an expenditure, right? He was spending his money, right? But for your maid, it was her salary, right? So it money keeps on circulating. Maybe someone gave you money, you gave it to someone, that person gave to someone, that person gave to someone. So it keeps on circulating. That's why it is written money supply refers to total stock of money in circulation where in an economy and when at a given point of time. So this is the definition, or you can write the volume of money, or you can write the amount of money held by the public. Why? Because money is always held by public. It is not held by animals, okay, or maybe non-living things. It is always held by public. Public is basically we people, the living beings, the person, the people. So the amount of money held by public at a point of time and where in an economy is referred to as, or it is known as, money supply. Okay, clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so which one is easier for you? First one or second one? You can give
First
it a
one is
reading.
easy.
Yeah, just give it
First
a
one is better.
okay. Just give it a reading and then you will explain. Okay.
Okay. Done.
Okay. So I'll just hide my screen. Okay. What do you understand by money supply?
Money supply is the total stock of money in circulation in an economy at a given at a given period in time.
Hmm, this is the very big mistake. Period, not point of time.
Okay.
See,
Given
I'll just
point of time.
yeah. Period. See, point is basically exact point, right? Period is basically the duration. Maybe I'll tell you during, see, when you have your periods in your school, right? It's like first period, second period, third period. So it's a duration. Now from 10 to 11 you will have your first period. So that is a duration, right? So you cannot in that, that is a duration. But money is something at a particular point of time, not period of time. So mention it point of time. If you will mention period of time, then stock will be, money supply will be a flow concept. Okay, clear?
Okay.
Yeah.
Clear.
Other is good. Yeah, that definition was perfectly fine. But the only thing is that you have to mention point of time. Good, very good. Okay. Now moving to the measure of money. If you want to if you want to measure money supply, for example, I asked you, just let me know how much money do you have right now. So what you will do, you will calculate whatever money you have right now with you, okay, and you will calculate whatever money you have with banks, right? People have only two places to keep money, whether they are keeping the currency with them, okay, maybe in wallet, maybe in purse, maybe in bag, maybe in almirah, anywhere, and other is with banks. Everyone have a bank account and they deposit their money there. So if you want to measure the money, it is M1 and the 1 will be over there down foot, okay. it was not possible for me to write it over there because of the presentation keys or something like that. So you have to write M and 1 will be over there down. Okay. M1 equals
Okay.
to, yeah, M1 equals to C plus DD plus OD. This is the formula. Now we will study what is C, what is DD. C is basically currency. Currency can be in the form of coins or in the form of paper notes. Okay, and who will be having the currency? Public. Okay, these will be with public. And D is basically demand deposit. Okay, and these deposit are with bank. Currency was with public, but deposits with are with banks. And see, you have deposited your money and you can withdraw that. Any withdraw is, do you know what is withdrawn?
Taking money from bank.
Yeah. So you can withdraw these deposits anytime, whenever you want. And remember, only account holder can withdraw the money. For example, you have your account. You told me, ma'am, please deposit $2 in my bank account. I went to bank account and deposited. But next day you told me, ma'am, I need $1. Can you please go to my bank and can you please withdraw $1 from my bank account? I went to that, but they didn't allow me to withdraw the amount. Why? Because the person whose account is that, the amount which is submitted in the account, the only it is allowed the account holder can withdraw the amount. Deposit, anybody can deposit the money. There is no restriction. But if you want to withdraw the amount, only account holder can withdraw the amount. Okay. So I went to the bank, but he didn't allow me because I was not the account holder. Who is the account holder? You are the account holder. So only you can withdraw the amount. Okay. Clear?
Clear.
Yeah. And next is OD. OD is other deposit with RBI. You will study this, that there is like see, you deposited $2 and out of $2 it was compulsory for each and every bank to keep as a keep some reserve with the RBI. So that is other deposit. Okay. So I hope this formula is clear. Measure how to measure C plus DD plus OD. C is currency. Currency are of two types, coins or paper notes, and they are held by public. DD is demand deposit. These can be withdrawn at any point, but who can withdraw? Only account holders can withdraw. And OD is other deposit, which are held with RBI. Okay. So you can just revise it. I hope this is visible. And then you will explain it to me.
Okay. Done.
Okay. So I'll just a minute. Yeah. Okay. What are the measures of money supply?
Measures of money supply. It's currency, demand deposit, and other deposits.
Okay. So just a minute. So what do you understand by currency?
Currency is something that is in the form of paper and coins.
Okay. And what is DD?
DD is demand deposit that is held in the bank.
Okay. And who can withdraw?
The owner of the account.
Great. And OD?
OD are other deposits.
Who keeps this other deposit? RBI. Right?
What? I didn't
RBI.
understand what you're saying.
Yeah. Who keeps this other deposit? Other depositors are kept by RBI, which is Reserve Bank of India, right? It is the head
Yes.
of the bank, RBI. Okay, great. Halima, that's great. Okay, now we will study. Is my screen visible?
Visible.
Okay. So now components of money supply, right? So basically, if I'll ask you how much money do you have, you will only say, ma'am, I have two things. One, currency, and the next one is deposit. So first, currency. Currency are of two types, coins and paper currency, right? Coins, these are token coins whose face value is more than their intrinsic value. Intrinsic value is basically, for example, coin is made up of maybe gold, maybe silver, maybe metal. Okay, so the value of the metal, the gold or anything, it is always the face value. Whatever, maybe, see, each and every dollar is of same. But if it is written 1 over there, the value will be different. If it is written 2 over there, the value will be different. Of course, the coin is same. But the face value, whatever it is written, determines the value of the coin. Okay, and then paper currency. These are the promissory notes. Promissory notes is, for example, I am giving you 10 rupees notes. That will be, I am promising you that you can purchase anything whose rate or whose price is 10 rupees and you can purchase. I'm giving you a promise. Okay, and the note, these paper note like range from 1 rupee note to 1000 rupees notes. Okay, in India. Clear?
Clear.
And demand deposit. Demand deposit, these are the deposits made by banks, right? You are made, sorry, these are the deposits made by banks, made to the banks. Okay, so here it was a little bit of correction. My writing pad is not to banks. Okay, made to banks. Okay, we make deposited to bank. A demand deposit is any deposit account on which a check can be written. Check is something you can, for example, I want like you want 5,000 rupees, right? And it was not possible for me to give you cash. So what I did, I wrote a check of 5,000 rupees and I gave it to you. You went to your bank, you deposited that check, and 5,000 rupees was deposited in your bank account, right? And in the same, for example, I want to withdraw
Yes.
some amount. Okay, so what was that? 5,000 rupees was deposited in your account, but from my account it was withdrawn, right? So demand deposit is basically the deposit which are made to bank, and demand deposit is any deposit amount on which check can be written. Okay, check can be written, and you can withdraw through this check and you can deposit through the check. Okay, clear?
Clear.
Yeah. Thus, money supply is total amount of currency and coin outside the bank, and also the demand deposit on a specific day, on a particular day. Okay, so money supply is total amount of currency, how much currency you have, and coins outside the bank, and also the demand deposit, and when on a particular day. It's not about, because money supply is a stock concept, so that's why it is written on a specific day. Clear?
Clear.
Okay, just give it a revision and then I'll ask.